Hello, friends. Yesterday I heard from a couple of you that you're getting scared by what you're hearing in social media, including about some of the things that I'm saying. I want to assure you that I want to calm you by empowering you through education so that you can control what is in your control. I've said it before and I'll say it again. No need to panic, but need for caution. One of you asked me yesterday, what about my cell phone? That's a great question. That's something that you can control. So if you're out and about, when you come home, you take the steps that I told you about yesterday, sanitize your hands and use the hand sanitizer to clean your phone. That you can control. Social distancing, you can control. Staying at home, you can control. Someone else asked me, is it safe for me to travel to go see my family? And I'll answer that in a minute, and I'll have you make your own decision. But let me tell you the situation with the virus, not only worldwide, but here in the United States. The incidence of this disease, or this virus, this infection, has a curve that is going like this. Hospitals have a certain amount of capacity. Sometimes something like this. What has happened in other countries is that the capacity of the hospitals has been exceeded by the number of cases. Drastic measures have had to be made. We talked about that yesterday. What we need to happen is that curve needs to start turning around and flattening and going under the level for hospitals to be able to manage, and continue to flatten and go down so the transmission rate also goes down. I also want to tell you that young people can be infected, have either no symptoms or mild symptoms, not know that they are infected, and you can transmit it to older people who will or can get severe disease. So just because you don't have any symptoms doesn't mean you cannot transmit the virus. Keep that in mind. Another point to consider is that there are several states that have stay-at-home policies or shelter-in-place policies. As of now, these include California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania has closed all unnecessary, non-life-sustaining businesses. So keep that in mind. Yesterday I said that we would talk a little bit about viruses. Viruses have been around us for a long time, and they'll continue to be among us for a long time. They've caused several pandemics throughout history. And several years ago, I was facing another pandemic. It was a virus that could not be transmitted by shaking hands or by hugging. It was not on surfaces, usually. And therefore, social distancing was not necessary. The virus is a lentivirus, or slow-growing virus, which remained in the body for a number of years before it caused damage. That's why it wasn't so contagious. We learned how to take care of ourselves, how to protect ourselves through behavior modification. The virus was HIV, and it could only be transmitted with exposure to bodily fluids. The reason why it was so difficult to catch was because it lived for years before it killed the person that had it, which is also called the host. The common cold, the coronaviruses, are viruses that I told you yesterday live for hours, not days or months or years. Therefore, they're very infectious because in order to survive, they have to replicate and they have to infect a number of people. That's why this virus is so infectious. For young people, it may not be as big of an issue. For older people, it is. 70% of people that have died are over the age of 70. But there's been cases of people in their 50s, their 40s, and their 30s that have died. So let's not be nonchalant about this virus. I also ask again, please go to the CDC website, cdc.gov, and get informed from the right places. Make sure you have the information that you need, and make sure you take control of what you can control. Stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned. Thank you.